Okay, we're going to disconnect a wire from a multi-wire branch circuit here. They had a piece of 14 on the number 12 wire here, so it's on a 20 amp circuit, and you're only allowed to put 15 amps on it. So we're going to take our cover off our box here. So this is our 14 gauge wire we're going to be taking out of our hole here. Got our piece of 14 here, so that way we don't interfere with pulling out one of our other wires and opening our neutral up and having a multi-wire branch circuit with fluctuating voltage. So I'll leave these other wires in here. There we go, we got it out. Make sure other three are still in all the way, which they are. And we'll take our 14 gauge black wire off of the hot side here. This is our 14 right here. Put our wire nut back on. We'll find our 14 gauge wire right here. And we'll get it out of here. Hook up off what's going to be tangled up here a little bit. I'll loosen these staples up just a bit so I can pull the wire back out. And I'm going to put the other wire in through these same staples so that we don't have to make a lot of noise. And we'll open up our opening here. I'll cut our unused wires off to make it easier to pull it out so I don't get untangled there, so it will come out easy. Okay, we'll pull this out. Okay, so we'll just undo these wires here. This is where the 12 and 14 were put together. Okay, Calvin Brown. So this is our 12, and this is the 14 we're taking off. And if you look closely here, the wire is made here in the country I was born in. That's a nice thing to see. Okay, so we'll pull it over to our junction box here. So we'll rip our end there. Get all our debris cut off here. Here in the country I was born in, we use 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps, 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps. The smaller the number, the heavier the wire. So we'll get our wire into our junction box here. So we're into our box here. Now I'm going to pull our slack back a little bit. And I thank the Lord I forgot my hammer. But we are going to put a staple in. We're not going to piss and moan about not having my hammer. We're not going to complain. We will just use, it's not the right tool, but it's going to work. I'm going to make it work. fussing and moaning and complaining does not give you anything. And we got it in. So we'll get our wires together here. Okay, we'll get them twisted together. We'll clip them so they're even on the end here, so that the wire nut grabs both of them. Okay, yep. How you doing, George? Make sure it's nice and tight. And back into our box. Okay, we'll get our two white wires together here. Strip them the same length. Get our insulation even at the top here. Get them nice and even. Make the longer one shorter so it's even with the shorter one here. There we are. Okay, we'll get our wire nut on here. Make sure insulation is going up into the bottom there. And I'll just look and make sure insulation is going up into the bottom of the wire nut, which it is. So now we'll get our two black wires here. So again, we'll get our insulation even at the top here. Twist them so they're nice and even. Couple them so they're even with the shortest one, like that there. We'll put a yellow wire nut on it. Okay, we'll make sure insulation is going up into the bottom of the wire nut, which it is. It's nice and tight. Okay, we just fold our wires into our box. That's how we want it. And we'll stick our blank cover up here. Okay, now we're ready to go over and hook it back up into our other box where the multi-wire branch circuit is. So let's see what I need to get into this box. I'm going to cut it about right here. Okay, so we'll bring our wire over to where we gotta go into our junction box here. So I'll bring it through our staples here that we had up here from before. So that way we don't have to make a lot of unnecessary noise pounding staples in. Well, if that screw is gone, you know what? It's gone. You don't get upset about it. Okay, well, just somebody bent these things off, so I'll get them out of our way here. If we don't find it, we don't find it. We're not going to carry on. We're not going to frustrate. Gonna make sure we don't have any sharp edges on here. I'm going to look, though, but if I don't find it, you know what? I don't find it, and I'm not going to care. I'm not going to get frustrated. I'm not going to get all worked up. If it's gone, it's gone. You don't carry on. It doesn't help. It doesn't give it to you. It's not going to bring it back. And I do happen to see it, so we're in luck. I'll make sure I get all my paper and all my debris out of here. Okay, so first we'll start with our round wire here. clippings there even with the shortest one here. Okay, so fold our ground wires up so they're out of the way here. Okay, now we'll get our white wire into this Wago over here. With our number 12 hole. You gotta pull. Okay, so I'm going to hold it up to our Wago, make sure it's long enough. And we're going to get our copper to feel that little barb in there. Push it in. Now I'm going to look, make sure I see all 4 of our coppers down below the little barb. Okay, 1. I'll just double push on all of them. Make sure they're all in. Okay, so they're all in. Put it up into our box. Okay, we'll get our insulation even at the top here. Wrap it in. Okay, they all came out nice and even on the end here. I'll give it a little trim to make sure they're all perfect on the end here. And we'll just stick our wire nut on here. Now we can fold our wires up into our box here. Okay, make sure our wires are all up into the box. Make sure everything's up out of the way here. Make sure everything's in the box. Make sure our cover screws aren't going to hit any of the wires. Stick our cover back on here. And we'll just stick tap our staples back in up here. Okay, so I'll get it untwisted down here so it's all nice and flat. And we'll get a staple here and here. You'll get one right here. Alrighty, so we are all set. Peace. Thanks for watching.